What's going on, good people? It's Renee Davis here again on my channel, She Sparks Change, where the goal is always to spark a change in your mindset that will then spark a change in your life. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I'm excited about today's video because I get to share about one of my very favorite TV shows that's on TV right now, as well as talk a little bit about what happens when God takes your plans and simply chucks them out the window. So stay tuned, sit back, relax, and let's all take a few minutes to get inspired. Okay, so speaking of TV shows, my favorite show that is on television right now, if you haven't already guessed from the little introduction I did, is called This Is Us. I've been hooked from episode 1. I just love the show. I love the characters. I love the story. It's so well written. It's an awesome show. If you haven't seen it, make sure you check it out. But I bring that up because the last episode is kind of what I want to draw from. Now, if you've seen the last episode, I promise you I'm not going to talk and go into all that happened because it was intense, but I just want to talk about the very beginning, so no spoilers here. There's a point in which one of the main characters, his name is Randall, and he decides to go on this road trip with his biological father, William. Well, Randall is very much an organized person. He likes to plan out things, he likes to know when things are gonna happen. He has everything in order. He loves to be perfect, right? But on this road trip, he decides, you know what, I'm gonna be a little adventurous. Forget the GPS, we're gonna use old school road maps. And he thinks he is just doing it big. He is so excited to tell his dad about the fact that he's about to use these maps instead of his GPS, and they're just gonna be roughing it, right? Until he shows William the maps, and what does William do? He takes those maps and he throws them out the window. And of course Randall's like, what are you doing? But he's like, man, we got this. All we have to do is follow the signs and we'll make it there. Why do I bring this up? Well, I feel like a lot of times in life we have these plans and these goals and we know where we want to go and we know how we think that we should get there. But then God takes our plans and just like William, he chucks them out the window. And what we thought was going to be the road to get to our goal and our destination doesn't exactly look like it. I'll give you a quick example. So I have the privilege of working with these awesome group of kids at my church once a month. And I'm always trying to be prepared, trying to put my lesson together, putting visual aids together and having different interactive activities for the kids. I'm there, I'm going in, ready to teach the class, and one of the kids asks, what are we talking about? So I tell them the topic, and another kid is like, oh, we talked about that last week. Only to find out I had prepared the wrong lesson. So of course at this point in time, full disclosure, as I said, I'm a planner. I like to see everything set in place. I'm like the Randall in that situation. I like to know A to B to C to D to E. There is no A to Y to L to K. No, we're going in order. I like to know all the steps. And so, of course, in this situation, I'm starting to freak out. Like, don't tell me I prepared the wrong lesson. What is she talking about? She talked about this last week. This is what I prepared. This is what I have. And so I go and I hurry up quickly to open up the actual lesson I was supposed to be teaching on and realize that it was something completely different. But for some reason, God just kept telling me, go with it. Go with it. Forget about the lesson you prepared. Go with this one. And I'm like, but God, I have no idea what this lesson is about. I haven't even read through the whole thing. And he just kept saying, go with it, go with it, go with it. Man, let me tell you guys, that ended up being one of the best lessons that I have had the privilege to be a part of. I have been working with them for the past almost 3 years now, and I could really see the impact of that lesson in that space of time. I wasn't planned. I had no idea what was coming next. God took my little plans that I had. I just knew I was well prepared and just chucked them out the window, okay? But it ended up being such a powerful and impactful lesson, not just for those kids, but for myself as well. And so I bring that up to say there are some moments in which we feel like everything has to be perfectly planned. When we talk about our goals and our dreams and what we're going after, everything has a perfect step. This is how I'm gonna get into school. This is how I'm gonna, this is who I'm gonna marry. This is where I'm gonna live. This is how I'm gonna lose the weight, or this is how I'm gonna apply for the job. This is how I'm gonna get the loan. And we have these set plans for every single thing. But there are times, and don't get me wrong, it's awesome to plan. You should be organized and know what's next. But then there are times in which God will step in, take our plans, and say, ha, that was really cool, but let me tell you, this is what we're really gonna do. And you know, as frustrating as that can be, and as surprising as that can come off at times, I really do think it's in those moments that we have to be fully and 100% relying on Him every step of the way. When we are too planned out, and when we think that we know every single minute of every detail of what's going to happen in our lives, there is absolutely no room for God. I am 100% guilty of that, but there are times and there are moments in which God will take my plans and completely change them, and those are the moments that I'm reminded that God is, 1, always in control, and 2, He is sovereign, and 3, His plans will supersede mine every single time. Okay, I actually just went through an experience where I received news that a dream that I have been waiting and praying for nearly 3 years actually came to pass. I mean, I have been looking for this position, praying about this position, fasting about this position, crying about this position for a very, very long time. But when I finally got what I've been praying for, I looked at it and I was like, God, this right here doesn't match up with my plans of what I told you that I wanted. But the funny thing is, God had to reassure me again and again and again. I know you have your life planned out. I know you think you know what you want and what you need, but my plans are always going to be best. And now I can look back and I'm just like, God's plans really are best. I'm really at peace with everything now. I'm so excited about this next step, this next move, this change of direction. And I'm just excited to see what God has next, because I have no idea. I don't have a plan for this. I don't know what it's going to look like, but I trust that He does. And so if I could say anything, just hold on to the fact that you may not know what comes next. You may think you know what comes next, but at the end of the day, you know the one who holds your future, and that's God. He knows the beginning, He knows all the messy details in the middle, and He knows the end. And trust that His end will always supersede yours. So be encouraged this week. I love you guys with the love that only comes from the one up above. Don't be afraid when God throws your plans out the window, because that's when the best plans of your life are just getting started. Have a fabulous week. Until the next time, see you later, guys. Bye.